What's good, everybody? Swish hits and kicks, episode 11. With your host, the hostess with the mostest. And I ain't talking about ding dongs and cupcakes and all them Twinkies and stuff. Talking about Richard Carry On. Although if I had a ding dong or something, maybe, a little oatmeal cream pie. I don't even think Hostess makes that, but it's still good though. Shout out to Little Debbie's. What's up, everybody? This is a good time right now. Good time in life. Nice little break going on. I had planned to make another episode earlier, but honestly, just been busy with life, and honestly relaxing, enjoying a break. There's been so many things just going on in the sports world, the entertainment world, all that kind of stuff, and I'm hoping to get to most of that today. Okay. I'm gonna say it now, say it early. If you have not yet, please go follow me on Instagram. If you have not yet, I hope you do this next one for me too. Go follow me on TikTok. Okay, go check them out. View them, like them, comment, share. Go subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to be putting up more shorts. I'm probably putting up one today. Go check me out on there. I'm saying that early on in the episode. Of course, I'm going to repeat it again at the end, but I figure I say it early in case those of you just tune out early. Let's get into some good vibes. Come on, Skip! I swear Shannon Sharp should have just stayed on the show just to keep saying that. Come on, Skip! Every time he said, come on, Skip, it just pumped me up. So if I say that throughout this, it's because I'm excited. But the first good vibe, right? Come on, Skip! Is talking about the NCAA women's bracket. And yes, I'm going over the women's bracket before the men's bracket because honestly, it's more entertaining. Heck, let's talk business-wise. Business-wise, the women are killing the men this year in the Final Four. And just March Madness in general. They're selling for twice. Tickets right now in the Final Four are selling for twice as much as the men. The average ticket right now for the two Final Four games in the women, and then, the championship eventually, are $2,300. Double the men's price. And man, just 12 million people just went to watch Iowa versus LSU, a rematch of last year's national championship. We got a lot going on right now for women's basketball. I'm predicting the winner of Connecticut and Iowa is going to win the whole thing for them. I've been on the Caitlin Clark train since the beginning of this podcast, and I'm still on the train. I think her team's going to win. She's going to be the biggest star in women's sports right now, and good for her and good for Iowa. The men, let's go over to the men, right? The men's Final Four, by the way, North Carolina, the Tar Heels, they've been out. I kind of want to go for the Cinderella teams, man. I don't know if anyone predicted Alabama, who's never been to a Final Four, or North Carolina State to win, but I want the underdog to win. I want North Carolina State. How cool would that be to have North Carolina State just win it all? There's some interesting things, though, I think, about this men's college basketball and season. I think the interesting thing is a lot of people like Gilbert Arenas and some other former basketball players have been talking about how this next NBA draft isn't going to have a deep pool like Wembanyama. Wembanyama's killing it right now. And they've had a lot of rookies the past 3 years who are just great. But I think the pool right now in men's college basketball is just not that deep. There's no superstars coming out. So I think that also is why maybe people aren't as interested. Although a North Carolina State game did get 15 million people watching. I think it's because people are so surprised. They're number 11 seed. I hope they win. How insane would that be? The 11th seed is the best team in the 11th seed in their bracket, right? So technically that could be 44th best overall. Ends up winning the whole thing. You gotta love it. Big news today out of the NFL. Oh, excuse me. Is the cough coming back? Oh no, it's just clear the throat. Give me a second. Shout outs to Iron Flask. Sponsor me. Big news. The Buffalo Bills traded their star wide receiver, Stefon Diggs. Not Stefon Urkel. Stefon Urkel with Laura Winslow. Family Matters. Shout outs to TGIF. Shout outs to Family Matters. Y'all know who you are that watched it. Trust me, we can tell. Anyways, Stefon Diggs, who's a 4-time Pro Bowler, to the Houston Texans for a 2025 second-round pick. Oh, and they also gave up a 6th-round pick and a 5th-round pick. The Bills are done. Like, I'm going to say that right now. The Buffalo Bills, I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. Josh Allen's good. Like, but his clock was ticking. Like, how am I supposed to believe that you're better now without your best receiver? You lost actually your best 2 receivers. Davis is gone too. So your top 2 receivers are gone. Now what? Now who are we going with? You know, the Texans, my gosh, like Texans have to become a favorite now. CJ Stroud was already killing it as a rookie. And then they added so many players this offseason. I'm personally wondering, like, how the Bills can trade within their conference. Like, the Texans are a team that you're going to possibly see throughout the season and the playoffs. Why would you trade your star wide receiver who has been great since he's been on the Bills? Like, honestly, Josh Allen, amazing, but part of your success is Stefon Diggs. And unless, like, they think they're going to get Brandon Ayuk, who, remember, Niner fans, I told you, I think he's gone. He's going to be gone. They're not going to get T. Higgins. Why would Cincinnati trade within the conference? Like, that's just, honestly, stupid. I don't know what the Bills are doing. I don't know if they want to rebuild. Josh Allen only has a few more good years, I think. We'll see after this season, actually. We'll be able to call it after the season. Bonehead move, I think, in my opinion. But I don't think he's the last receiver being traded before next football season. Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, you're on the clock. Last episode I said I was going to see Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. And I did. I went and saw it. I don't really care about like Rotten Tomatoes, like IMDb, all that stuff. Me and my wife went to see it. I ain't been to our local movie theater in a while. And man, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed the movie. I like Godzilla and King Kong and stuff like that. I enjoyed the movie. To be honest, if they did like one more movie, cool. But like we're getting now to that Fast and the Furious point where like maybe we're doing too much, right? But like if they did one more movie, I'd go watch it. But I'm kind of, I'll talk about Debbie Downers because the previews kind of killed me. I was getting mad while watching the previews. Like my wife's looking at me like, relax, dude. But I was like, no, like it was bugging me. I can't wait to get into that in Debbie Downers. Like y'all will understand. Let's see what else. We got about, from today, this is a Wednesday, the 3rd. We have 11 days, I think, of the NBA season left. A lot of teams fighting for spots. You know, the East, I think, is a little more clear. You know, the top 10 teams go to the playoffs with the bottom 4, which, as if it's ended today, Miami Heat, the Sixers, the Bulls, and the Atlanta Hawks would play in the play-in. The Western Conference is a tough one because from number 4 to 8 is 1 game difference. So we have the Clippers, the Mavericks, the Pelicans, the Kings, and the Suns. They're all 1 game in between. Well, the Clippers are, between 3 games in between all of them. Okay? And then you have the Lakers and the Warriors, and I doubt the Rockets are going to get in. The Rockets probably are going to be eliminated here soon. Yeah, you know, like my Kings got to step it up, man. We lose. When we lose, man, we lose bad. I don't know what it is. It's just, it hurts so much. We're missing Malik Monk. You know, I'm hoping he could be back by playoffs. Kevin Huerter has season-ending surgery. It's now time to buckle up, man. It's time to buckle up and see what we can do. I'm hoping we don't be in the play-in. I hope we're not in the play-in. Because as I told you before, I still feel this way. The NBA's favored Steph Curry and LeBron James quite a bit. I mean, just the other night, the primetime slot was, I think, the Mavericks and the Warriors. And Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, okay, and Steph Curry and the Warriors, like, hey, I guess it is what it is, right? They're trying to just get eyeballs like everybody else. Sticking with basketball, and I'm only going to highlight him because to me he's a big deal. He's the headliner to me of this Hall of Fame class. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2024 to me is headlined by Vince Carter. Vince Sanity, man, when I was younger, Vince Carter was it. Like, Vince Carter to me made the Toronto Raptors relevant. Yeah, they had a young guy like a Damon Stoudemire at one point, but like they weren't a big deal. They didn't become like to me a playoff contender, all of that stuff until they had Vince Carter. Vince Sanity took over the NBA. Like, Vince Carter had the most All-Star votes for a long time. Like, I'm gonna put up some gifs right here. Like, man, he was just killing it in those dunk contests. Like, arguably the best dunk contest of all time is because of him. Like, he was insane. He was so popular. Eventually doing stuff like that, your knees go away, and he still played a long career. Like, yeah, he didn't do the famous dunks, later because he was older, but man, he had a long career. So, shout outs to Vince Sanity, man. He used to be Air Canada. This dude was amazing. If you don't know Vince Carter, go out of your way to watch highlights. You'll know Vince Carter. And let's talk about come on, Skip. That's how I feel about this next one. WrestleMania 40. Come on, Skip. Let's talk about WrestleMania 40 this weekend. Y'all got me hyped up right now. WrestleMania 40. Night 1's on Saturday. Night 2 is on Sunday. And man, we got some banger of a card. I'm shouting this out for you right now. Banger of a card. Night 1. Main evented by The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Your co-main will be Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. You got Gunther, Sami Zayn, IC title. You got Uso versus Uso. Come on, Uso! It's just me, Uso. We got Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. You got a 6-pack ladder match for the tag titles. You have Bianca Belair, Naomi, and the new Jade Cargill against Damage Control. And then, man, you got father-on-son crime once again. You got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. That's just night 1. Night 1's going to be insane. Implications in that main event with The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. Whoever wins, basically they get to have the type of match they want night 2. And let's go to night 2. Night 2, baby. Night 2 is headlined by Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. What kind of match? Bloodline rules or regular? We'll see. Based off night 1. Co-main event, you got Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, World Heavyweight Championship. You got Io Sky and Bayley, Women's Championship. You got Logan Paul, Mr. Prime himself, against Kevin Owens and the legend, Mr. RKO, Randy Orton. Then you have LA Knight versus AJ Styles, possible show stealer. Get ready for it. And then Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits against the Final Testament, a street fight. Come on, Skip! That's how I feel right now when I think about WrestleMania 40. Come on, Skip! Man, it's going to be... If you've never watched pro wrestling and you want to know what it's all about, you need to go watch WrestleMania 40. That's what they do. That's what it is. WrestleMania 40. Shout out to Taker and Razor. WrestleMania 40 is going to be insane. Watch it. Love it. Learn to like it. Let's see. What else am I talking about? Oh, shoot. Man. Heck no. Should have known you was here. Man, with the hair like that. Follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip. It's almost like homeboy had a Jerry curl on there. But it's a Debbie Downer. Debbie Downer. And, whoo! Baseball season's in full swing. And my baseball lovers that listen to this ain't gonna like this. But I've been saying this since before, anything. I've been saying this my whole life. Too many damn games in baseball, huh? We do 162 games. Dude, you're telling me that there is a season from the end of March all the way till October, including playoffs? Like, I'm sorry. 162 games is too much. It's too much. Right? Like, too much. It's too much. Yeah. It's too much to me. And I think that they need to reduce the season. I think baseball's trying to figure out a way how to become more relevant, more popular again. It's not the favorite pastime of America. To be honest with you, I think baseball lost it. I think statistically lost it in the 70s. Football became the most popular sport. And then basketball reigned a lot with Michael Jordan. I think politics have gotten in the way of basketball to where basketballs went down. But amongst youngsters, basketball's huge. Like, basketball's it. Soccer's actually coming into a lot. Like, if you look in the top 20 most influential athletes, like on Instagram or something, baseball's not even there. And I think, they're trying to do the pitch count and stuff. I just think it's too long of a season. Like, I know, like, playoffs for the MLB baseball, like, in October is insane to watch. Like, it's the funnest time to watch. But truth be told, like, the whole season is pointless until, like, after the All-Star break most of the time. I say that with basketball too, but for baseball it really is like 162 games. The NFL normal season now is 17, 18 weeks now. Basketball's 82 games. Soccer's, I don't watch soccer. But like 162 games is insane. I don't know. I just think it's too long. Too long. Giants are 2-4? I had a feeling the season was going to be that great for them, but I went for them because, hey, a ton of people I know are going for them. I don't have a team for baseball. It was the A's for the longest time, and I told you guys how I feel about the A's. The A's aren't even playing in the Coliseum. Like, they have all this beef. They're going to end up playing probably where the River Cats are. Like, man, the A's are a wash. But I still got to get a Giants hat or something just to rep, right? Rep hard. Hardly home, but always repping. Let's see. I'm going to save the Hollywood stuff for the end. Let's go to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey isn't a Debbie Downer for me. She's promoting a book tour right now. And she's been saying quite a bit of things. And I'm not, like, some of them she's right in, I think. But the part I'm really harping on her about is, like, she still hasn't taken an ownership in, like, losing to Holly Holm. She came out and said recently that she was concussed before fighting Holly Holmes, and she believes that aided to her losing to Holly Holmes. And that she was out on her feet. Quote, Ronda Rousey said, "I was out on my feet for the entire fight. My mouth guard was bad. I literally came into the fight concussed from slipping down some stairs already after all these years of concussions." And she had a terrible weight cut, which that's your job. Like, that's on you. You should have prepped better. You're a professional, right? But the biggest thing that bothers me about all of that is she has yet to say, like, big, like, kudos to Holly for her skills for knocking her out unconscious. Like, I remember vividly watching it, being like, oh my god. That was like a huge, like, OMG moment for MMA and UFC. Was, the knockout of Ronda Rousey, right? The first time. And it's a downer because, man, after all these years still, we're coming up on almost, 10 years of that? How long ago that happened? I think it was, 10 years possibly coming up next year? 9 years right now? And she still can't admit that Holly was just better. Like, that's what kills me. She just can't admit it. Like, she admitted to have a resentment from the fans because, like, what did she say? I know I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived, but when I got to the point where I'm just taking so much neurological damage. So you're saying you're the greatest fighter that ever lived, but yet you lost, like, man. Like, and this is why I think she does have, like, a bad taste for fans. Like, for fans, for her, like Ronda lost a lot of, like, leeway with the fans after never coming out and talking about the Holly Holm fight, like running away from people covering her face, like being almost like embarrassed, but like it's the fight game. Everyone loses. Like unless you're Floyd Mayweather, like everyone's lost. Oh, Khabib's never lost. Like John Jones technically never lost to me. Like in my opinion, he's never lost. I don't know. Just like honestly, it makes me not like her more. You know, and she's like, I'm never coming back to WWE. We don't want you back. Stay away. Let's see. In my last Debbie Downer, I said I was going to talk about it. Is Hollywood and their lack of creativity. As I said earlier, I went and saw Kong Godzilla new movie. And seeing the previews, like every preview was a remake, a sequel no one asked for, a prequel no one asked for, or like another rendition of an old movie. What we have the first Omen. Okay, so now we're getting the prequel of all of them. All right, I didn't know it was asked for. We have Beetlejuice coming out again. Michael Keaton, which shout outs to Michael Keaton. He's an amazing actor, but like, okay, I guess we're getting a remake no one really asked for again. Let's see, we have another Alien movie called Romulus, if I'm correct. I didn't know who asked for it. The one that killed me, and I was in the theater like annoyed. My wife's like, chill out, dude. It's just like, you know, preview. Was Twisters. First off, terrible sequel name, right? Based off the original Twister in the 90s. This one's called, hey man, what's the sequel called? It's not just one Twister. Well, okay, like what is it? Twister 2, like something like, what is it? It's more than one. Oh, it's more than one Twister? Yeah. It's called Twisters. Because there's more than one. Man, The Crow. They're redoing The Crow. I didn't know anyone asked for them to redo that great movie. Man, I was just so annoyed sitting there, like, watching and, like, seeing all of these movies. You know, I know there's another Planet of the Apes coming out. You know, we're going to run that franchise dry as much as we can. There's another version of Mad Max coming out. Like, that has to do with Mad Max, story I didn't know anyone asked for. I feel like Peter Griffin right now on Family Guy. You know what really grinds my gears? This stuff grinds my gears a little bit. Like, I'm like, man, like, who's asking for this? All of these movies that are being, like, put out there right now, like, there's no creativity. We're just remaking stuff. And we're remaking it, I don't know, I guess you could say, like, to be woke. Like, you know, we're changing the characters to fit a certain agenda, or, like, I don't know why. I don't know why we're redoing all of these movies. I don't think anyone really asked for it. But it's kind of sad. It's like, dang, dude, like, there's no creativity. Like, my gosh, it makes me, myself personally, want to just start, like, throwing out ideas and seeing if people will take them. Because, like, there's no, like, I'm sitting here right now doing this, okay? I'm doing this all myself. I'm not saying I'm more creative than them, but my God, I have to have some more creative ideas than theirs just to remake old movies. Grinding my gears. Got me so annoyed. But hey, you know what? I'm a hypocrite because I'll probably watch some of them. Probably not in the movie theater at home, but still, I'll probably watch some of them. Spring's here. You know, we're in April now. And springtime, I always love it, especially once the rain's like completely done, you know. Just, you know, right now for me personally, just fixing up our house some, yard mainly. You know, want to make the outside look great, do some fun, especially really want to get the backyard and everything set up for summertime so we can do some fun activities with friends and family. And yeah, man, spring's great. Like, it's just a good time right now, right? Good weather, amazing wife, good people, good family, friends. Gotta love it. Let's go to the outros of this, and we're going into our social medias again. As I said in the beginning, let's go to Instagram. Come on, Skip! Instagram. Go follow me. Go like my stuff. Go comment on my stuff. I post a lot on there. So go check it out. Go like it. Go share it to people. There's a little goal I want to hit in my head by the end of summer. So let's see if I can get it. Let's go to TikTok. You don't stop. TikTok. You don't stop. Man. TikTok. You don't stop. Yeah, let's go to TikTok. Watch my stuff. Follow me. And then subscribe by YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Come on. Get. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube. And this has been fun. This has been episode 11. Swishes, hits, and kicks. Not like kicks the cereal, but kicks to your face. Come on! Get!